Welcome back to American English Explained. I'm Cheryl and I'm glad you're here. Shout out to my friend Tiago in Brazil with the very first question for American English Explained. Oi, Tiago! Tiago's question is, I saw the words needn't or daren't and oughtn't, and of course I know their meaning, but we don't see a lot in casual conversation. Would you please take a time to briefly explain how and when Americans do use them? Okay, Tiago, my question to you is, where in the world did you see these words? You're right when you say that Americans don't use these words often. As I'm sure you all probably already know, all these words are contractions. Needn't is a contraction of need not, oughtn't is a contraction of ought not, and daren't is a contraction of dare not. And do you remember what the punctuation that replaces the O of not is called? That's right, it's an apostrophe. So as I said, these words are not used commonly, but sometimes they might be used to respond to a question that used the word in its base form. For example, do I need to wear a costume to the Halloween party? No, you needn't wear a costume to the Halloween party. However, most Americans would answer the question, no, you don't need to wear a costume to the Halloween party. Needn't is just too formal. Do I need to wear a costume to the Halloween party? No, you don't need to wear a costume to the Halloween party. And what this means is, you can wear a costume if you want to, but it's not required. Sometimes we might use these words to express a strong feeling or emotion. For example, she oughtn't to have said that my costume was ugly. She has hurt my feelings by saying my costume was ugly, so I used oughtn't to convey my emotions. But more commonly, I would say, she shouldn't have said my costume is ugly. Needn't and oughtn't are very rarely used. And as for daren't, I'm going to say that it is completely outdated and archaic and not used at all anymore. I hope this helps if you see any of these words, but my advice to you would be don't worry about using them in conversation. Tiago, you oughtn't have asked such a crazy question. Sorry, couldn't resist. Now let's talk about pronunciation for a little bit. You heard me pronounce the word ought. So now every time you see a word that has O-U-G-H in it, you'll know how to pronounce it, right? No, sorry, no such luck. Did you know there are at least 6 different ways to pronounce words that contain O-U-G-H? Here is a list of some words that contain the letters O-U-G-H. If you can't see these, they'll be listed in the comments section on the video. Let's start with the sound aw, like it's pronounced in ought. Can you choose the words that sound like aw? Did you find ought, thought, sought, bought, brought, and fought? But what about this word? That's right, this is enough. So O-U-G-H can also be pronounced like uff. Can you find the other words that have the pronunciation uff? Did you find rough and tough? Okay, how about this word? How is it pronounced? That's right, it's cough. Do you see any other words with the off sound? I'll give you a hint. There's only one. Did you find trough? Do you know what a trough is? A trough is a long rectangular container that is used for animals to eat or drink out of. What about this word? This word is dough. OUGH can also be pronounced like O. Can you find the other words with the O pronunciation? Here's dough. Did you find burrow, although, though, and thorough? And how about this word? How is it pronounced? That's right, it's through. OUGH can also be pronounced OUGH. And the last pronunciation is drought. OUGH can be pronounced like ow. What is a drought? A drought is a period of time when there's no rain, and that can be very harmful to crops or livestock. Let's look at these two words again. These two are easy to get mixed up. This word is, that's right, through. And this word is thorough. Say them with me. Through, thorough. Through, thorough. And finally, our idiom of the day. Today's idiom is train of thought. What is a train of thought? A train of thought is a sequence of thoughts or ideas. For example, a train of thought might start with, it's raining today, which makes you think, I need my umbrella, which makes you think, it's in the closet, which makes you think, the light bulb is out in the closet, which makes you think, I need to go to the store and buy light bulbs. Oh, and milk. So, if you're having a conversation with someone and they say, it's raining today, and you say, I need to buy milk, they'll think you're crazy. But really, you just had a whole train of thought in your head that lasted about 3 seconds, and those two sentences make complete sense. You can also lose your train of thought, which means to be talking and suddenly forget what you're talking about. Thank you for joining us today on American English Explained. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leave a comment with your question about American English or culture. Thanks for your question, Chiago. Ciao!